so today, David, we're going to give you a cheat
Okay.
for how you can save money. You've given us that.
Love that.
Today, Ed and Cady are going to get you healthier in 2019. Let's get the fiber part of the conversation out of the way.
Okay.
Cady was eating a Zunta bar, which you created. You sell at Nutrition World. And I asked you something about the fiber content. Either one of you chime in about the fiber
Well,
content.
I've realized
of the
that
Zunta
so
bar.
many protein bars and food bars really are poor quality, despicable in some regards. And so we came up with everything perfect that you would want in a protein bar. It's called Zunta. We sell them, of course, at Nutrition World. They're now being sold some places around the United States. But they have about 11 grams of fiber, the best quality grass-fed protein, everything down the list that you really need to know. Because most bars simply are more marketing than they are quality.
Right. And so we had a Dr. Bozzone on the show yesterday. She's a lifestyle medicine doctor through Erlanger. And that's one of the things she mentioned to us, is that you need a lot more fiber than people eat. So there you go. We're going to talk hair loss with Ed and Cady. But if you're looking for more fiber, go get a Zunta
Thank
bar
you.
while you're at the store. Okay. Hair loss is more of an issue than we realize in this country?
Well, there's tens of millions of people who have deep concerns about the fact that they're thinning or losing their hair. Now, I will have to say, there's about 15% is so genetically driven that there's really nothing we can do about it. But the truth is, you know, before we really look for remedies, we should look inside the body, almost for everything, including hair. Because if you think about growing roses, and if you were growing roses and they were starting to discolor, they weren't looking with the appearance you want, do you think it'd be wise to take fingernail polish and paint those roses just to make them look better?
No.
No. You look in the soil. The soil of our body is the nutrition. And also there's so many things out of balance that can cause this to start thinning. One of which, of course, is stress, which is cortisol, which is a stress hormone, goes up in the body because we're not sleeping, we're stressed out. There's a lot of natural remedies that can address all of this. There's not a drug to address high stress level. It's mindfulness, it's exercise, it's sleeping, and the options are very available if you want. Now, medically, the thyroid is a huge conversation, and I will be honest with you, many people are being not evaluated properly. Here's my little take-home trick. If you really want to pursue this, take a thermometer and test your morning temperature before you get out of bed. If it's under 97.5, you need to have conversations with someone that you are a suspect of your thyroid, because your hair will never be great until that.
Okay.
Now, going down the list, iron levels. Ferritin is the blood test that you would want to do to see if your iron levels were adequate. And we're going to talk about options of how to address this in a holistic manner. Cady will. But a few other things, of course, is autoimmune. You've got to look at your medications that you're on. You have to make sure your blood sugars are balanced. All the things that create a whole host of other problems in the body.
Okay, so let's face it. People are watching today. Maybe they're on their lunch break. Maybe they are just home. But life is going to catch up with them, right? They're going to have a to-do list of things to check off. If they put on their to-do list going to Nutrition World, they come in the door and they say, hey, I saw you on TV talking about hair loss. Can you point me in the right direction?
Well, and Cady had a great idea today. We've really defined it so it's simple, because we have 30, 40, 50 products, but we found a product that we actually have a picture of a person who used 2 products, and within 4 to 6 weeks it was dramatic. And these products address about 80% of what I am speaking about.
Okay, so this is actually a customer of yours, right?
It is, yes, and that was actually after 3 weeks of use.
Okay.
So she took an internal supplement called Beauty here by Life Seasons, and then she used an external topical spray. So she did do a combination of 2 different products.
So this is the internal.
This is the internal, and this is addressing a lot of what Ed was speaking about with helping optimize blood sugar, helping with the DHT, which can be a hormone that if we get too much of, it can cause a weakening of the hair follicle. So it's kind of lowering that DHT. And it also has all these other well-known herbal nutrients that synergistically work together.
Okay.
So that's what that lady had used for 3 weeks.
And then she sprayed one of these products on her hair.
Yes, and these are all the same. So she sprayed one of these morning and night on her hair.
Okay.
And this is a biotin spray with hyaluronic acid. Both of those are very popular now, and a lot of people know about those for skin and hair. But really dramatic results from a lot of customers from that product.
Okay, collagen is something that y'all talk about when you're here. Here's something that has collagen in it. What is this?
Well, collagen is something that's necessary for bone mass, Believe it or not, our bones are only 50% calcium. The rest is collagen. Also for skin, hair, and nails, the body uses this certain type of protein to build it. Now, I want to talk real quick before I run out of time. The two warnings, the two things that people need to think about. If you're taking vitamin A in high doses, it can cause your hair to fall out. Do not be doing high doses, which is about 15,000 units or more. Secondly, most physicians will send patients in for biotin. That's a certain B vitamin. Well, they're not aware, we are because we do this full time. When you're taking biotin and you go get a blood test for thyroid function, it makes it inaccurate. When you go get blood work, get off of your biotin 2 weeks before, or they may go 10 years and not diagnose your thyroid.
So if you're having hair loss, you've gone to your physician, they've put you on the biotin to help with the hair loss, but you're thinking the thyroid could be an underlying issue. Quit taking the biotin, then get the test.
Because they're not going to tell you that, because it takes years for this to filter down. And then, of course, lastly is what you put on your hair. And Cady can talk about that.
Basic shampoo. We all wash our hair almost every day.
Yep.
That's
Every person's going to wash their hair. A lot of people are going to use hairsprays. A lot of people use volumizing stuff. And a lot of those products can be garbage, unfortunately. So a lot of conventional drugstores and stores are selling these products that have something called sodium lauryl sulfate in them. Sodium lauryl sulfate, also known as SLS, they'll sometimes abbreviate it, is used to actually clean diesel engines and airplanes. And so if you think about the power of cleaning that dirty, nasty, greasy, grime and stuff within all the engines, that's what is being put onto our hair, and our hair doesn't need that deep of a cleaning. It actually needs a lot of its own natural oils, and it needs a strengthening of the follicle, not a weakening and stripping action that goes on.
So is this something where over time, as you get older, just the damage that you've done to your hair over a lifetime then could cause it?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that's why when you're younger, you probably could use sodium lauryl sulfate products and not have a a detriment to your hair, but then as you get older, it builds up over time and it's not good.
Okay.
So looking for products that are sodium lauryl sulfate free. This is a hair care line that was created by a person that owned a salon, and he was using all the chemicals, and he saw what was happening to the lady's hair, and he figured he wanted to make a salon quality brand, but that was organic. So we sell that in our store. And then one other thing for men or for people that want kind of a simple, easy to use, this Castile soap by Dr. Bronner here, it's for hair, skin, face, body. It's what my husband uses, what Ed uses. And so it's clean, it cleans the hair, but it doesn't strip all the natural oils away. Simple to use, it just takes a little bit, it's concentrated, so maybe a teaspoon for the hair and you're good to go.
Okay, so in terms, it is nutrition world, beyond the products that you brought with you today, moving into 2019, just make sure you're eating properly. Is that the starting point too?
What a big word that is, eating properly. And we all have our different ideas. My personal idea is I lean toward a keto lifestyle, which is doing moderate to high levels of healthy fat, never eating excessive carbohydrates, and doing a modest protein. I do that with almost every meal. I do take breaks on Sunday, which is when I have my carb day. But we had a lecture of 85 people 2 weeks ago that I taught on keto diet. It is life-changing if you do it right. It's not good if you do it wrong.
Okay, so if you want to go and just find more information, whether this is the topic that applies to you or there's something else, like Ed said, the whole mission there at Nutrition World is to help you with whatever your particular health interest is at that moment. And as you know, as we go through life, it seems to change with every year. You'll find them on Lee Highway, 892-4085, online at nutritionw.com. You'll often have lectures and things coming up. Do you have anything in the next little bit?
Yes,
putting you on the spot?
Next week we actually have an advanced keto class that will be taught by Ed and Adam and our nurse practitioner that we'll be having at our new medical clinic that's opening. That will be next Tuesday night at 6:30. And then this Saturday we actually have a lecture on the Beamer technology, which is a chair that you sit in that helps with blood flow through the capillaries.
Okay.
Both of those are free to the public.
So you can find all that at nutritionw.com. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back after this.